Ooga booga. Hello. Welcome to the State of the Union installment number one, at least public installment number one. I've done uh, more of these video journal things, but they were all bad, and so this is another one, and it's about Hoodlum the Musical. Hi, my name is Hudson J. Ludi. I am writing a musical called Hoodlum the Musical, and here's some stuff about it. Here's how it's going. Hi, I've been on the move for a few months. Like, this is the third house, this house right here. No, this is the back porch, but this is the third house that I've stayed in the past 3 months because we're moving out of the house that I lived in for 15 years, and we've been in a rental for a few months, and then we're like, the rental sucks, and we got to move to this one, so it's been like crazy. So as a creature of habitat, that hasn't been super conducive to writing a musical. However, I have made some decent progress. I finished an opening number, and then some other things. And I also made some key decisions as to the future of the show. One of which being, instead of doing a bunch of early workshops to see if the material's working, I'm going to record the entire show, all dialogue, all music, my own voice, in this very large demo recording. Reasons being, one, to get a feel for how things are flowing. I've already made drastic changes to certain characters and certain parts of the script just by recording me saying the dialogue in my Logic file and realizing that it's not very good. Two is getting something I can easily share with people who I might want to be, who I might want to include in this show. I can just say, hey, I have a long demo recording, which is the entirety of the show. You just have to read along to the script, and you'll get everything that the show is trying to do. You get the tones that I want to communicate. You'll get the feel of the songs, and this is sort of in replacement of a musical theater workshop. Put a pin in that. I wasn't supposed to say that yet. Third reason is it gives me an estimate of time. This show will probably be way longer than 2 hours, which is my goal for the show. I know lots of musicals are 3 hours. If I could pull a Fiddler on the Roof and do 3.5 hours, which is probably what it'll end up being, but part of the motivation for doing this is to market it Star Kids style, where it goes on YouTube or on some other streaming service as a pre-recorded video. So I'd prefer it to be under 2 hours because it's a lot less digestible for internet audiences to watch a 3 hour. I know I watched like Starship, but that was a bad idea. No, it wasn't. That was a good show. What am I talking about? I guess musical theater kids are crazy and will watch 3 hour bootlegs, but what was I saying? Okay, yeah, so then musical theater workshop, like a true blue musical theater workshop, I would like to do to primarily get ideas of who could be acting and who could be directing, who could be acting in the show and who could be directing the show. So I'd like to get the worm eating away at people's brains, like, oh, Hudson's writing a show and he wants people in it. So my plan is, tentative plan is in spring or summer of 2024, I'm going to try to make a trek up to Michigan, which is the pool of most of the actors, directors, artistic people I know. There's nobody here. That's not true. There's some people here, but not necessarily people who specialize in theater. I'll make a trek up to Michigan and just sort of get a team together, and we'll go through some of the material in front of an audience, get some feedback, see if it's working. It's too late for dramatic changes, but it'll be good enough, hopefully. And I'll probably have the demo instrumentals for this recording, which isn't ideal. I think part of I think the plan for the actual show would be pre-recorded music rather than a live orchestra, just because pre-recorded music is a lot more expensive up front, but the less people we have involved with the show on set, it's not on set, I'm using my film brain for that, on site, like on campus, on location, the less people, the smaller the budget is. So it'd be great to get all of the music pre-recorded, at least the backing tracks, and maybe work with a producer, because I don't have the musical chops to produce an entire album worth of songs, 20 plus songs. I am just rambling at this point. But yeah, a workshop sometime in the spring or summer. So that is the plan. That's the plan. That's the State of the Union. I think I'm going to start my Instagram accountability thing back up. And my main priority is getting that demo thing done, which is like 3 hours worth of me, 3 hours worth of my voice in microphones, and if how it's gone thus far is any judgment of how long it takes. It takes about an hour to record a scene and edit a scene, maybe 2 hours, depending on how beefy the scene is, and it takes about 5 hours to do a music demo. Probably more. I did the demo for the opening number, and but that had like probably 50 instruments that I recorded because I had some psychotic creative break and was like, I'm just gonna get a whole big band, and that was a bad idea because I don't know how to produce it, as I said before. So I'm guessing a lot of the other ones will be more just piano focused, but like for the opening one I needed to get a tangible idea of what it would feel like, and I wanted like this sweeping big band, like this crazy, like the goal for the opening number was like mass hype, mass craze as possible. What am I talking about? Okay, I don't know if I'm going to stick this where anyone can see it, because this is just me rambling. What else should I talk about? I think I'm generally pretty excited about it. Yeah, I think the most of the like despair of the process is dwindling away, but there's still this looming sense of like being overwhelmed. Like, let me see here. Is this still recording even if I swipe away? All right. Songs for show. Darn it. Where is my Evernote file? I have about 22 songs in this show, and a bunch of them are at least started. So that's like, Hoodlum song list. 65% of them are started. Need a song for the archery tournament, need a song for the spoilers, need a song for the ending, and need another song for the ending. So that's not that many songs that need to still be started. Like, a lot of them still need polished lyrics, and some of them need like bridges added to them, because it seems like the way I've tended to write is just write an intro, verse, and a bridge, and then abandon it and be like, oh, I'll finish that later. And so that's not going to be fun to go and fix all those. But those come fairly intuitively once you break through the like, what is this song? What am I trying to say with this song? Like, there were some songs that were like huge breakthroughs, like Blakeney's Lament. I don't have a proper name for it. It was like, because I didn't even understand who the character of Blakeney was. I'm like, because this is the thing I've always said with Blakeney, is that she suffers from problems written by hang on. So she's simultaneous. This is actually kind of impressive that we did this. She's simultaneously a helpless damsel in distress who's just exists as the love interest of the show, and she's just this token feminist for fake woke writers to write. So it's kind of this weird dichotomy, because she's like this super cool, like strong woman or whatever, but she doesn't have anything interesting to her beyond that. But she also only seems to exist as the love interest in this show. Does that make sense? So those are two pitfalls that I can't stand. Like, I can't stand characters like that, who just exist for the romantic subplot, or who just exist for getting woke cookie points. I don't like that. So part of the motivation of adapting this to stage was to... That's not part of the motivation. One of the things I wanted to do was expand Blakeney's character so she isn't awful. Yeah, what was I talking about before that? I probably need to just say stop. What was I talking about to make it seem like I had a plan the whole time? That's State of the Union. Bye.